Welcome back, centre back edition. In this tier list, we'll be looking at the best centre backs in Europe and ultimately ended with two who I believe are the best centre backs in the world. Now, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned to the end. That's where I will reveal who I think are the best two centre backs in the world. We'll go through every single player on this tier list, and you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. So, as always, don't forget, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get straight into it. So, we're starting off with Dayot Upamecano now. Listen, I like Upamecano. I like a lot of these. I like all the players on this list. They all have unique qualities. I think when you're looking at Upamecano as a centre back, very good on the ball, confident. Sometimes could be quite aggressive and make a mistake. I think for Bayern Munich, he was their best defender last year. I think he's very, very good aerially as well. I think as a centre back, I think he'd probably top 10, I'd say. But I'm going to put him straight in B tier, Upamecano. I think very good right centre back. But yeah, just B tier for me right now. Pau Cubarsí. Now this might be the first S tier. I think he's going to form part of one of my two best centre-backs in the world. So I'm going to put him straight in S. I think he's fantastic. Aerially very good on the ball. Aerially very, very good. Very good on the ball. Can read the game. Still only so young and really impressive. If you're looking at a centre-back that can do everything, read the game, head the ball, pass the ball, sweep up. He's unbelievable. And yes, he had a very good World Cup. He had a very good season for Barca. I think he's a very good centre-back, and I think he's only going to get better with age. I think at 19 years of age, to put in the performances that he's doing at the highest level, you don't really see many players do that. And I think centre-backs as a whole don't get a lot of praise, but Cubarsí's performances are very, very good. And to be starting major tournaments for your national team at 19 years of age is insane. So yeah, I think he's a very, very good player. I think he is the best centre back in the world right now. I think the quality and the World Cup that he had just kind of backs up my point. Lisandro Martinez, listen, United fan, but he's going in B. I like Lisandro Martinez. If you're looking at a centre back that can play out from the back, can win the ball in the air, can defend 1v1 very well, you've got Lisandro Martinez. The reason why I'm putting him down is injuries issues over the past few years from a United perspective haven't been great. He's been in and out of the team. Yes, he's had good performances in the World Cup and in other games, but he can't stay fit. And I think that's a big concern for me. Availability is the best ability, and that's why I have to put him down a bit. In terms of how centre-backs go, though, he's got all the qualities and got all the experience and all the talent, but yeah, just can't stay fit. William Pacho, the first A. William Pacho kind of come out of nowhere, but I do think he's a very good player, and it just shows PSG's recruitment is very, very impressive. They found a gem from Eintracht Frankfurt, not a player that many clubs were looking at, and he slid into the team so well. Going next to the experienced Marquinhos, he formed a very good partnership with him. Again, had a very good World Cup, and yeah, like I said, it's just top recruitment from PSG. I think a lot of clubs go out for the bait centre backs, the ones who have done well already. I think they've signed someone there who has that potential to be one of the best centre backs in the world and has proven it already. Two Champions Leagues, great in those finals. And yeah, again, he's not one of those players that's sort of crazy on social media, gets a lot of plaudits, but this is the moment for it now. Very, very good centre back. Really, really highly rated and rate his time at PSG. And I'm hoping he can secure a Premier League move, more preferably to Manchester United. But yeah, I really do like him. This one's going to be controversial, but I'm putting De Ligt in A. I think looking at De Ligt, yes, he's had injuries, and yes, you can say why is that not being with Martinez, but I think Martinez is a B tier centre back. I think if you're looking at De Ligt, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Manchester United, he's had very, very good times there. Very good centre back, broke through and captained Ajax at 19. Very experienced player, very good on the ball, very good reading the game, very aggressive, aerially really impressive. And you just watch him for United last season, the 13 games that he played at the start, he was unbelievable. Very good centre-back, and I'm backing him to have a big season for Manchester United next year. Gabriel, as much as I'd love to put him in S, I think there's a centre-back that's better than him. But Gabriel, wow, what a journey he's been on at Arsenal. When he broke through, well, not when he broke through, when he came to Arsenal, he wasn't starting every single game. There was a lot of people criticising him. There was a lot of memes made about him. Just didn't have the greatest time. But I definitely think of the last 2-3 seasons in Arsenal just taking that step to win the Premier League. he was fantastic. So he's clearly going in a unbelievable centre back, one of the best. And yeah, I think from set pieces, he's probably the best defender in the world from scoring from set pieces. Very physical, good on the ball. Yes, he could make the odd mistake, but yeah, Arsenal have a really, really good player. Then he's also a captain and a warrior on the pitch. Lewis Dunk, I'm going to put in C. A great sort of loyal servant to Brighton. I think a player who probably hasn't achieved as much as a lot of these players, or definitely wouldn't. I think if you're looking at Lewis Dunk as a centre back, he's like unbelievably sort of talented on the ball. He's very good defensively. Obviously, Brighton play good football, and he's been a part of that as a centre back. I think when a lot of centre backs have come and gone, he stayed loyal, and I think he's definitely someone who, listen, he's a good centre back, but in terms of the other players, he ranks as a C for me. Van Dijk, A tier. I really do like Van Dijk. As a United fan, you just have to appreciate great footballers. And yes, he plays for a rival team, but he's a player who has transformed that Liverpool team. And I believe he signed in 17-18 for £75 million, which was the most expensive centre back at the time. I think he's shown a lot. He's proven a lot. He's won trophies. Very good centre back. You know, there was a period where he should have won the Ballon d'Or. And I think if you're looking at a player who got that experience, got that quality, big moments, big game, big player. When you look at Liverpool centre backs, Konaté's gone, Matip's gone, Lovren's gone. Now he's going to have to find another partner for him. He's the one that's remained loyal and has been a core part of that Liverpool defence. Trent's gone, Robertson's gone, but he's still there. That Liverpool defence, yes, it's been shaky at times, but I think they've been so good with Van Dijk in there. And I think soon as Van Dijk leaves Liverpool, you're going to see how important he was to that Liverpool team. Very, very good centre-back. If this is 3-4 years ago, I'm putting him in S tier. Marquinhos going in A tier as well. If you're looking at a guy with experience, with trophies, you've got Marquinhos. He's someone who's been around for a very long time. Stayed loyal to PSG when, he could have left. Their captain for the first ever Champions League win. Now has won 2 in a row. I thought he's very good at the World Cup. And again, he comes into that bracket very, very underrated. Doesn't get talked about enough in my opinion. You're looking at a centre-back there. He's got 37, 38 career trophies. Got all the experience, got all the quality as a centre-back. And just does his job game in, game out. Yes, you can argue it's the French League. A lot of people will probably say that. But for me, I really do like Marquinhos. And I think he's just gone from strength to strength. And now he's just a steady A-tier centre-back in my opinion. Yes, he's probably on the decline. But he can still read the game so well. And yeah, potentially if PSG are going to go for a third Champions League, I expect Marquinhos to be the centre and the heart of that defence. Harry Maguire now, listen, Maguire, I've watched his whole career effectively at Manchester United when he come through for £80 million. I like Maguire. I think he's a professional, he's a leader. He's had ups and downs as every player has. I think if you're looking at Maguire in terms of his importance in a United team, you're looking at as a quality centre-back, I think he's got a lot of good traits. I think if you're looking at some of the centre-backs there, I think I would have to put him in B tier. Now, again, I think he's going to have a big season for Manchester United. I think he'll start a lot of games. However, I do rate him. I just think he's a B tier centre-back. If you're looking at, is he on the level of a Marquinhos, a Van Dijk, a Pacho, a Gabriel and a De Ligt? I don't think he is, but I think he is just one tier below that. He's very good at his job. He lacks the pace, but he's aerially very dominant. And it'd be interesting to see how he does for Manchester United this season. Josko Gvardiol, in my research, I found out that he is the most expensive right back there's ever been. He cost Manchester City €90 million. Now, if you look at a €90 million centre back, again, yes, you can argue that's due to the Van Dijk and Maguire price, but I genuinely think Gvardiol's been very, very good. I think, yes, he's had a tough time of injury of late, but I think if he's fit, he's definitely starting in that City defence. Now, City obviously have a dilemma because they have Guehi, they have Diaz, they have Gvardiol. Now, if you're saying Guehi and Diaz are your two centre-backs, you've got Nico O'Reilly also at left-back. So it's a good problem to have, I'd say, actually. I think Gvardiol's a very, very good centre-back. He can read the game. There's that period where he was scoring so many big goals for Manchester City. I think he's a very, very good centre-back. And there's a lot of pressure when you go for a lot of money, but I think he delivered. He's got a few trophies. He's scored some big goals along the way. Then you have to put him in A tier. I really do like him. Ruben Diaz, you're looking at someone that's been in and out of the City team, whether that's injury, whether that's form. I think Diaz very experienced player. Cost maybe £60 million, I believe, at the time. I think he was coming in to kind of replace Laporte. I think if you're looking at Diaz, speaking to City fans, I think he's been their best sort of centre-back of late. I think if you're looking at experience, someone that can read the game, got the trophy cabinet, maybe lacks a bit of pace, but still very agile, can make last-ditch blocks. I think he's very, very good. Has to go in A tier for me. Dean Howson. Now, Howson's obviously a player who come through, had that season at Bournemouth, got us a move to Real Madrid. Now, anytime I've watched Real Madrid, Howson hasn't been starting. Does that tell you everything you need to know about the move? In terms of the player itself, I think he's a very good centre-back, had one season at Bournemouth and then proved that he was Real Madrid worthy. I think that is everything really to kind of tell you that he is a top centre-back. And I think he'll have a good career there. Listen, he's still only so young, was he 20 years of age? So he will get better and better as time goes. Very well could be Spain's starting centre-back at the next World Cup. But yeah, I'm going to put him in A tier. Van de Ven now, listen, everyone knows about his pace. He's rapid. I think as a centre-back, he does have flaws in his game. Sometimes he gets caught out of position. It's just been that Tottenham defence last season was a shambles. If you're looking at Van de Ven now, you've got a new partner in him with Van Heck. Hopefully they can form a good partnership. If I'm talking individually about Van de Ven, I'm putting him in B tier, to be honest with you. Rudiger, as you can see by the picture, the guy is he's a nuisance to play against. He's been one of the best centre-backs. I think he was very underrated at Chelsea. Obviously got that move to Madrid, won a lot of trophies. As I said, had some very good battles with Haaland. Likes to get very close and physical. I think that's just his game. I think he is a very, very good centre-back. I don't know why he wasn't starting for Germany at the World Cup, whether that was due to injury. I think he's definitely better than Schlotterbeck. There's an argument to have about Tar, but I think he's a very, very good centre-back. Eerily, pace. Yeah, I think he's going to go in A tier for me. Romero, listen, I'm putting Romero straight in C tier. This guy, he might be good on the ball, he might have won a World Cup, but every time I watch Romero, he's getting talked about for the wrong reasons. He's not the greatest defensively. Gets caught out of position many times. He loves a red card for whatever reason. I just don't think he's a great centre back, and that's just personal preference watching him. There are way better centre backs out there than him. Spurs are looking to cash in on him because they're unhappy with him. And yeah, I just think he's a very, very poor centre back, to be honest with you. Aymeric Laporte now. Laporte at City, generational. Now, is he at Athletic Club? I don't know where. Oh no, he's at Saudi, I believe now. When he left Manchester City, I think at City he was very good. I think his career kind of went downhill since leaving Saudi. I think obviously his World Cup kind of put him back on the map. I think he's a very good centre back, as all of them are. I think in terms of where does he rank here, he's not C. I'd put him the top of B, to be honest with you. I'll put him Laporte top of B. I think very, very good centre back. Let me put him at the top of B, if I can. Yeah, very good centre back. But yeah, for me, he's going in B tier. Van Heck, again, he can go next to his new centre back buddy in Van de Ven. Listen, I like Van Heck. I think he's very good at bringing out the ball from the back. He has that confidence. You'll always see him making driving runs through the lines and through the midfield and getting in the box. He's very good at reading play. I think it's a good move for Spurs. I think he's a decent player. Hopefully now, from a Spurs perspective, he can go on and just get better and better. He still only is 25. Then you have Araujo. Now, again, I don't watch the Liga as much from whenever I have watched Barcelona. Araujo does look like a decent centre-back. I think he's not a guaranteed starter for Barcelona from, again, what I've watched of him. So for that, I'm going to put him in B tier. As a centre-back alone, very good. He's obviously not that important, otherwise he'd start every single game, whether that's injury or whatnot. And yeah, for me, he's just a B tier centre-back. And next we have Saliba. Listen, Saliba's going straight in S. I think Saliba and Kubazi, best two centre-backs in the world. I really do like Saliba. I think he's better than Gabriel. A very key component of that Arsenal defence. I think it's going to be very, very fascinating and interesting to see how Arsenal do get on when Saliba's not in the team, because they're going to massively miss him. He's going to be a key component of that back line. And he reads the game so well. I think he was very good for France at the World Cup. Again, if Arsenal are going to do anything next season, it's going to be with Saliba in that team. So they better hope he comes back fit. from his injury and ready to go, because he's someone that they're massively going to rely on. But they are the centre backs rating. No one in D tier. But yeah, I think the best two are Kubas and Saliba. In terms of some honourable mentions you could get there, I think Pacho and Gabriel are the only two really that can potentially get into that bracket. I think Van Dijk's good, but I still don't think he's the best in the world right now. Same too with Marquinhos. But yeah, let me know if you agree with me. Thanks for watching.